the day starts rolling. Brush your teeth, lace your boots, let's move. WRVA's got your morning groove. Wake up rich and win the day. Don't spend your morning playing catch up. Richmond's morning news, we're here with you. 6 a.m., let's start it up.
Everybody, the voice of Virginia, News Radio WRVA. We have got so much to talk about internationally, domestically, right here in Central Virginia. You better lock in because it's going to be a very busy morning. It's election day. That's right. The elections kick off today. Early voting, 45 days, gets going today. Quick programming note for you. Dave and I have tomorrow off. It's a company-wide holiday. So today is our Friday. So happy Friday to you, Super Dave.
Happy Friday to you too, and
Yes.
and a 4-day week is always a nice thing.
Yeah, so happy Friday to you. All right, let's get to Richmond's morning news review because I got a lot to cover for you in the next few moments. All right, big story of the day. The President of the United States last night at dinner at the Palace of Versailles was the guest of Emmanuel Macron, signed the MOU with Iran. Here's the latest from Fox News.
Number 1.
At the end of the G7 summit, President Trump confirmed Iran will get to sell oil and access a reconstruction fund, but only if they comply with the terms of the deal. The president said other countries will be able to invest in Iran's reconstruction.
They've had much more than $1 trillion worth of damage done. They got a long way. There'll be 15 to 20 years to rebuild.
The deal calls for an end to all fighting, including between Hezbollah in Lebanon and Israel. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't like this deal. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. A lot of people are going to say, I don't like it this morning. Now, here's what I will tell you. Not many people that you're going to listen to on the radio or the TV have ever negotiated a contract other than maybe their personal services contract to do the show. I've had agents before that have done deals. I've done deals of my own. But I've also in business been in a position that I've negotiated $1 million contracts. And I remember one of the first contracts I negotiated with, it was for MLB rights between a radio group and the team. And when I sat down, we were negotiating. I had my whole list of things that I had to get, and I was not willing to give up anything to get them. And the gentleman that I was negotiating with pulled me aside and says, Rich, I've done this for a long time, so let me just kind of give you an idea of something. You know, if you walk away with the deal unsatisfied, and I walk away with the deal unsatisfied, that means we both gave a little bit. That means we got a little bit. That means it's a fair deal. If I wanted to completely overrun you and I get 100% of what I want, then that's not a compromise. That's me winning. And that's me beating you over the head. And that's you capitulating, me bringing you to a surrender. Is this everything the United States wanted? No. Is this everything that Iran wanted? Certainly not. You have to identify what's the most important thing that you can have in this deal. What's the one thing the U.S. had to have? And it's at number 8 in the memo. It's Iran cannot have a nuke. Everything else is mission creep. Everything else is mission creep. Our number one goal for the United States of America was Iran cannot have a nuke, because if they do, then they could be able to hold the world hostage the way that South Korea is, or North Korea does. Everything else was lanya. They call that in Cajun country a little extra. That was the bottom line. That was the one thing they wanted. Everybody else they wanted, well, we want to do this, we want to do this. But the bottom line was, will Iran be able to have a nuke? No, if they hold up this end of the bargain. We're going to discuss this with Governor Jim Gilmore coming up later in the program. But that's the biggest story of the day. All right, story number 2, the looming government shutdown in the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Number 2.
Oh, Virginia, we still have no budget. Everybody's yelling, but nobody will budget. Hampton Roads, Lucas says, tax them again. Data Center Diva says, not my rich friends. Amazon Don's got a plan in his hand, but nobody knows where the dollars will land. Down in Richmond under Capitol lights, they're counting up billions and picking new fights.
They're counting up billions, picking new fights. This is the most ridiculous thing in the world. The Democrats control the trifecta. They've got the governor, they've got the House, they got the Senate, and they can't figure out what to do with it. They do know they want to spend an extra $1.5 billion that wasn't originally in the budget. Oh, by the way, remember Glenn Youngkin, who left them a big surplus, but we've already spent that. We need to come up with more ways of taxes. And now Louise Lucas has made it official. She found her new piggy bank she wants to raid, and that's the data center generators. We'll have more on that coming up this morning, but we are facing a looming government shutdown. All right, story number 3. Story number 3. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about here. All right, this goes back to sports. Oh, by the way, Super Dave told me a story today. Somebody went to the World Cup, Dave.
Yes, one of my friends did.
And how much did they pay for parking?
This was a World Cup game in Houston, Texas, and she paid $175. To park her car for, 4 hours?
Wow.
If that.
That is crazy. $175 for parking. I used to complain when it was $10 for parking. All right.
And also she had to, she had her purse with her, and you can't bring a purse into the stadium for security reasons. So she had to buy a clear plastic bag or clear shoulder bag.
Right.
That was $20.
Wow. Okay. I think I might like these people. The Scottish team is playing in Boston. Now we're trying to pick out our Colette trips for next year. Scotland is one of our targets that we're thinking about going next year and taking WRVA listeners. I think this might push it over the top, Dave. The story came out, but we hadn't talked about it. I'm just going to mention, because you mentioned $175, the excess of the World Cup. Scotland drank all the beer in Boston dry.
Number 3.
World Cup's been rather amazing. I'm not a soccer fan, but the people coming to the United States, if you've seen it, the people of Europe are like, ranch dressing, it's the greatest. Okay, listen, I told you, ranch dressing, awesome. The Scots drank all the beer in Boston, wiped them out. I've only seen that a couple times. Topgolf opened once in Tampa, Florida, and as they opened it up, they drank all the Budweiser and Bud Light in Tampa, and they had to go to Orlando and in St. Petersburg and Sarasota to truck in more beer because Topgolf drank the entire city of Tampa dry. I thought that was impressive when they opened up the brand new Topgolf there. But to have someone drink the city dry, that's what the Scots did. That is impressive.
I guess people from Scotland love Sam Adams beer.
Something like that. That is awesome. All right, so World Cup continues. U.S. plays Friday, and we'll have a report from my cousin Hardy, who I've designated my soccer correspondent, so I don't have to watch the games. He'll join us on Monday on the program. Okay, story number 4. It is Father's Day on Sunday.
Number 4.
I don't know what kind of swing set you guys had growing up, but my swing set sucked, right? Because my dad put it together for us, and every time we swung on it, one pole would come right out of the grass. Because your dad would do such a crap job cementing it in. You'd actually swing on it, then see the swing set above you. You're like, what? Bees and wasps would always come out of that top tube.
All right, I remember putting things together with my dad. I remember he bought a shed once, one of those sheds you put in the backyard, and it was made of metal. He goes, this will only take us a minute. And then when we opened up the package and we found out there were like 5,000 screws you had to put in. And he said, so dads are great. I listen, I talk about my mom and dad all the time. I miss them so much. It's been, I guess I'm going on almost 10 years that my dad passed. My mom, not long after he did. But for Father's Day, it's funny. In American culture, we always make fun of dads now. Homer Simpson. I'm not sure why dads are the buffoons of every TV show, but I will tell you this, as someone who's an adult now or tries to act like an adult, I wish I'd get one more chance to tell him, hey, Dad, you were right about everything. So this morning on the James River Air text line, I would like to know one thing. Tell me the one thing your dad was right about. My dad, lots of ideas. We always didn't agree. I went my own way, did my own thing. He had different wishes for me, but he was proud of me. But after a while, we all say, come on, and roll your eyes. Listen, old man, what do you know? And then when you have kids or you get old enough, you go, Oh my gosh, my dad was right about everything. So tell me, what was your dad right about? Tell me this morning, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. All right, one more story. This is story number 5. Today is the day that they're asking us to all ride public transportation. It's National Dump the Pump Day.
Number 5.
What are you doing today?
I'm going to work.
What for?
What for?
I work for gas money.
He works for gas money?
Gas is so expensive.
Expensive gas.
It's too expensive.
I can't afford it.
Why don't you take public transportation?
Now, why on earth would I do that?
It is National
What if
Dump
it
the
means
Pump
wellness?
Day.
Celebrate National Dump the Pump Day.
Pump. How's your pump?
National Dump the Pump Day!
Showtime.
Oh boy, today is National Dump the Pump Day. Some environmental groups said, hey, we should have a day where we tell everybody to take public transportation because that would be awesome to get all the cars off the street. I told you, I have a relative that works in transportation. They told me this 10 years ago. Environmentalists are going to try to get us to stop driving our cars. They're going to do everything they can. They're going to make traffic worse to force us into public transportation. We'll have skinny lanes. He says, watch, during COVID, they'll make outside seating. And then after COVID, they'll make it permanent and they'll shrink the size of streets because they all want us to ride public transportation. You can comment on this if you want. The last couple of times
wellness.
I rode public transportation, it was awful. When I was working in San Diego, I said, oh, I could take the public transportation down to the ballpark, save me some money on gas and parking. I did until the first person I saw on the public transportation was a guy with a big stick swinging it, trying to hit people on the trolley. I'm like, that's it. I'm just driving myself. Anyway, today's National Dump the Pump Day. And in celebration of that, I think I'm going to drive around a little bit, Dave. Maybe I'll give you a ride wherever you want to go. Maybe I'll give free Uber rides today.
That would be awesome. I'll call you if I need a ride
Okay,
somewhere.
thank you very much. Anyway, that's Richmond's morning news brief this morning on News Radio WRVA. Hey, today's program.